adventure with joy in the rain. Let's enjoy the rain. Haha. I was gonna show you a little outfit of the day. I got this lovely jacket from Plato's Closet, the brand Columbia. Yeah, Columbia. It's so cute. Look at it. And then featuring clear umbrella from the brand Shed Rain from Target. It was like $20. And then I have on my yoga pants from TJ Maxx. I don't know what brand they are. And then my rain boots from Walmart, which were like $12, and they work really good. I have something good that I want to share with all of you guys. I am so grateful and appreciative for everything I have in my life and everything that is to come. And I'm so thankful to God, and I just want to glorify Him and what He's done in my life and share that with you. So what happened is I'm interning at this newspaper. And doing my work, I'm typing, I'm listening back to a recording of an interview I had with somebody, and then I get this phone call. And on the phone call is a lady. She's like, "Did you apply to the Propeller Club scholarship?" And I was thinking in my mind, "Oh yeah, I did. And then she was saying how, "Did you ever receive a notification that you got the scholarship? Because our check was never deposited." And I was about to say yes, because I had applied to 2 International Longshoreman Warehouse scholarships. Just to clarify, the phone call that I received for the scholarship was the scholarship that I had never heard back from, and I was never notified that I won, and I crossed it off my list as if I did not receive it. The other International Longshoreman scholarship I did receive, and it was for $500, which I already cashed in. And then, so I was about to say yes, but then I started thinking about that. I was like, wait a second. Well, I told her, well, I did receive 1 scholarship from the International Longshoremen's Warehouse, but the other one I never heard back from. And then, so she was like, "How much was that one?" I was like, $500, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, yeah, we were looking back at this year's scholarship. I think they're tax stuff. I'm not really sure. And she was saying how none of their scholarships were deposited. And then she tells me that I was a recipient of it. And then I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I was like, dang, I almost didn't answer the phone call. I didn't want to ask how much it was, but I was really curious because I didn't remember how much it was for. And then she was like, "It's for $1,000 and I'll send you the check in the mail next week." And I'm like, what? The reason why I'm so grateful for this, I mean, it's $1,000. No one has to give me that amount of money, and I know how hard it takes to make that much money at a minimum wage job. I go to school using my dad's Calvet tuition fee waiver, so I don't have to pay for tuition, but I have to pay for gas, living expenses. I live at home, so I don't have to worry about that too much. And then books, and then fees that aren't part of tuition, and then parking permit, stuff like that. It comes over $1,000 each year, so that's still a lot of money, but I definitely can do that with working and having scholarships in my savings. Limits how much you can make each year, so you have to make below the poverty level each year, which is about $12,000 in California. It was limited because I already made half that money in scholarships, so I only had $6,000 left that I can make during the year, and so I barely made the cut to be eligible for this upcoming school year. So if she had told me that I got the scholarship and I received the check in the mail in 2018, then I would have been disqualified for receiving the benefits in my sophomore year of college. But since she told me in 2019 I'll be receiving the check in 2019, I'll have to count that towards my taxes in 2019, which means I still get the scholarship and I'm still qualified for the benefit. And that's only a miracle that I think that God could do. Some people might say, "Oh, it's a coincidence." But just think how amazing that is to hear that you got money out of nowhere. Also too, I had been having a lot of finances, I'm doing fine, but I've been having a lot of stuff that I need to pay for, especially with spring semester coming up and with Christmas passing. I spend money on that for people. I was just asking God, I was praying to God that I would get hours, I would get money through work so that I can provide for all those expenses. I just could see that I know that my money is going to be dwindling down if I don't make more money. So I was trying to do this by myself with my own work ethic. And then I started noticing, because the winter break is over, like where I work, we get less hours now. So I was like, well, dang, I need hours, but I can't get hours. Asking God for money, but I didn't ask specifically for a scholarship, because I thought it was a done deal. I didn't think I got it. And it just makes me think, like, who knew? Like, what are the odds? And it's like, dang, this could happen with any of my other scholarships I didn't hear back from. And I'm just so mind blown, because I feel so blessed by God. He's looking out for me. He always has. Just certain moments where he really surprises you, you know? And for example, I have another story. So I like to get good grades, like straight A's. I
know it doesn't define who you are,
but I still like getting good grades. And my goal in college was to be valedictorian. Is it valedictorian or valedictorian? I don't know. Either one of those. Because I did bad in elementary school. I didn't really get any A's or B's. And then in middle school, I got A's and B's, but I got B's, so I wasn't a straight A student. And then in high school, I got A's and B's, but I wasn't a straight A student. So I told myself I have to be a straight A student in college, you know, what's stopping me? And so I did really well. I tested, you know, felt okay about them. When I got my grades back, I got A's in everything but math, which is my worst subject. I hate math so much. And I got a B in that, and it was just like defeating, because I'm like, I knew I worked way too hard to get a B, but I was like thinking about it. I was like, well, that ruins my chance of getting straight A's in college. And quickly after, I write an article for the newspaper I'm interning at, and I mentioned that about New Year's resolutions and goals, and why, the reasons why, and you can check it out, I'll link it in my bio, why we don't accomplish them. And I mentioned one of my personal examples of like wanting to get straight A's in every subject, but I'm not good at every subject, and I realized I don't have the same time to commit to to school anymore. And that was me coping with the B. I know, coping with the B.
You're like, I get a D and I'm happy. Like, I get a D and I'm happy.
Yeah, a B to me is like a D, sorry, no offense. Really, like the day, I think it was the day of or the day after I wrote that article, I checked my school email and I wasn't gonna check it. To my surprise, my math teacher emailed me saying that she's so sorry that she gave me the incorrect grade and I actually earned an A, and the grade will be changed in my transcript within like 3 weeks. And I was just like,
what? So you mean I got straight A's?
God, you knew my heart, you knew my personal goals, and you wanted me to trust in you regardless of the outcome. And I think that's so true for so many instances, is that you have to trust in God, because even when it looks like there is no hope, He has hope for you. And that same day too that I found that out, I checked the mail, and I had mail from my doctor's office. So I wasn't gonna open it because I was like, oh, it's probably a bill or something. I don't really want to read it. And then I opened it up, and then to my surprise, I got a $30 check from them because they overcharged me. And I was like, huh. And so God provided so much money to pay for the expenses that I needed for school. It was that check. It was like some Christmas money. I'm gonna let Him be in charge of this. But God, I just like want you to work in other people's lives just like mine, because honestly, like, I really don't deserve any of this, and God is so grateful. Like, God is good all the time. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I guess that wraps this video up. Hi, you can barely see me, I'm dark. But my name is Joy Rowland, and I'm recording from Whittier, California. That it is currently raining. And this has been raining for like yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and for like the first time in a long time. So let's enjoy it. This is a commercial targeted towards men, a specific group of men